Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Millennium Stage. And now, please welcome to the stage, Che Apalache.
Hola, somos Che Apalache, les venimos a cantar para un poco entretenerlos. Esta fiesta va a arrancar, dejen todos sus problemas, no los necesitarán, que este ritmo candombero les queremos regalar. María, María del agua, María del cielo, qué linda María. María, María divina, qué suerte que tuve tenerte en mi vida. Llámalo leñero, dale que llama, dile que traiga leña, que quiero quemar la pena que hiere mi corazón. Baby, please don't go. No, 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 no. Baby, baby, María, maldita mi suerte, que te llame la muerte, que te vayas así. María, María, mi vida, de noche y de día, solo pienso en ti. Llámalo a leñero, dale que llama, dile que traiga leña, que quiero quemar la pena que hiere mi corazón de bombón.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Lord, I ain't got no use. No, I ain't got no use for that red rocking chair. Ain't got no honey, baby, now. Ain't got no honey, baby, now. Te llevé a descansar, te llevé a descansar en la sombra de un hogar. Fue todo lo que te pude dar, amor puro y un cálido hogar. ¿Para qué lamentar? ¿Para qué lamentar un amor que se va? Me acompaño con la soledad. Ya tu hamaca en el árbol no está. ¿Para qué lamentar? ¿Para qué lamentar un amor que se va? Me acompaño con la soledad. Ya tu hamaca en el árbol no está.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, we're pretty much thrilled to be playing at the Kennedy Center. That's a resume thing right there. We'll take that. So we started off with some candombe uruguayo mixed with a little bit of, I guess, Caribbean like salsa, murga. For any of those you know any of these genres, we did kind of a fusion of an Appalachian tune, Red Rocking Chair, but in an altiplano style, like an Andean folk style. So we're gonna do some whole bunch of stuff tonight. But right now we're gonna do a brand new bluegrass kind of rock and roll number. This is one called Over in Glory.
Well, over in glory, Lord, what will there be? A joy everlasting, as wide as the sea. I'll lay down my burdens on earth here below. I'm destined for glory, I'm ready to go. The devils of envy were my earthly fate. Yes, the pitfalls of passion, there was no escape. But all this will vanish once I reach that land. And by my dear Savior, I finally stand. Now that I've reached glory, Lord, what did I find? But a band of drunk angels singing and crying. They opened the gates and bore the bad news that even in glory you can't shake the blues. Things are looking shitty down on earth. Down on earth below, Lord. Everybody's trying to make the gravy. Bring that gravy train home, Lord. Bring that gravy train back on home. Bring it on a monkey or a billy goat. Say howdy to your neighbor, then you slit his throat. Lord, that kind of behavior, no, it surely won't. No, Lord, no, no. Said no, no. No, 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 no. Bringing folks together is a better way. Let your light shine
weather is the new season. Well, we're going to turn things back to some Argentine music now. Or is it Argentinian? No one will ever know for sure. This is my premature old man rant about cell phone culture and all things cell phone. I don't like the darn things. But I'm surrounded by millennials. They love them. Anyway, so I complain a lot about it, so I decided to put it into the song. This is one called Quiz Empedernido. And it talks about the usage of. It's funny. Ha ha. Okay, so this is you get the point. Quis empedernido. I'm basically comparing myself to a rodent. If there's any Argentinians out there, you might be scratching your head. You can ask us later what we're talking about. Nos metimos. Este mundo está jodido. Encendés la maquinita, ya tenés 10.000 amigos. Agarrás el ratoncito y metes un par de clics. No me vengas con me gustas, quiero verte. Soy un quiz. ¿En qué quilombo nos metimos? El celular es sagrado y no pasás ni un segundo sin tenerlo agarrado. Lo querés más que tu vieja, que tu hermano y tu papá. Ese bicho no merece el cariño que le das, carajo. Sacate el teléfono de la mano, hermano. Perdido en la pantalla, ¿cuánta vida habrá pasado? Sé que todos te respaldan, yo tal vez soy antiguado, más prefiero un mano a mano que vivir hipnotizado. Hay un mundo diferente, lo tenés que conocer. Si dejas el cachivache, notarás que estás en él. Dejemos esta farsa, desenredémonos. Hacete quiz conmigo, alegrate el corazón. Como un gnomo voy cantando y yorley, yorley, yorlay, con un banjo Apalache salpicado de zapucay. Soy un quiz empedernido, pasto y mugre musical, un linchera distinguido, todo el mundo es mi hogar. Cantando y órale, 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 con mi banjo Apalache salpicado de zapucay. Soy un quiz empedernido, pasto y mugre musical, un linchera distinguido, todo el mundo es mi hogar. Sí, salió bien. ¿Hablas un poco de hispano? Yo te voy a salir.
Thank you so much for coming. We're going to do a song that usually Joe introduces, so I'm going to do what I can. What we're going to do now is a rhythm called chamamé, but because of the way of the song, it's actually a polka, but it's not the polka you are used to. You're gonna hear that in a moment. And it's from the northeast of Argentina. It's his own. And it's called Pamipana Banu. It's dedicated for a Venezuelan woman who helped us very much on our first tour to get here. But it has nothing to do with the music itself.
Yeah,
Thank
actually, to get a four-piece bluegrass band up to the Appalachian region for our first tour took a lot of finagling and grant writing. Anyway, the first grant we got was actually from a Venezuelan woman who worked at the North Carolina Humanities Council. So thank you, Venezuelans in North Carolina, for helping a Latin American bluegrass band come to the Appalachians. And here you have it. This is for my friend Banu Valladares, Pamipana Banu.
Thank you. Next song used to be my favorite one because it used to start with mandolin only. Yeah, I know. Now I have to share it with guitar. But I guess it's still an okay song. And it's called Bubbling Up, and it doesn't talk about farting in the bathtub. But I guess it's still an okay song. I hope you like it.
There's an old forgotten melody swallowed up by years gone by, dimly flickering still deep in my chest. But I'll catch it if I try. Feel that rhythm stir, go bubbling up, gently tingle in my skin. It's a sound to soothe my weary soul and to make me whole again. Rush of rainbow winds come pick me up for to soar above life's good, where I'll glimpse a joy that's so eludes this tired old world below. There's a dark cloud hanging over me. It's so dense I can't hardly see. Would you swim, child, through the darkest night to comfort me? I'm an old fool, childlike in your arms, when you hold me tenderly, and as we waltz round by the fireside light, I hear a faint melody. Love is such a simple melody when the heart sets fear aside. Come along, my friends, it's loving up. Take a leap, just jump inside. Thank you so much. Well, has anyone out there been to Buenos Aires? Any hands? Cool. Has anyone been to Balvanera, or more specifically, Once? There we go. Esa. Aguante el once, loco. So we're gonna do my homage to a neighborhood I lived in, which is the Orthodox Jewish community, quarter rather, and it's basically the biggest melting pot you'll find in Argentina. You'll find anything from a Mexican banjo student to a North Carolinian banjo instructor. If you're gonna find a Micronesian or someone from Zimbabwe, you're gonna find them in Once. And it's a little bit rough around the edges, according to some. I don't know. I like it. It's brown and gray. It's not.
¿Usar una metáfora?
Sí, obvio.
¿Cómo se dice metáfora?
Metaphor.
I have a metaphor for this. Remember when you were painting with what?
Metaphor for.
Metaphor for this. Remember when you were painting with water paints? aquarela, watercolors. When all the colors got mixed up and it ended up being brown or violet or not every color together, that's how once looks like. And smells.
But it's got something. So we're gonna take you there. This is called Once Took Me In. Hay un susurro en el barrio, entre mugre y cartón. Viene flotando en el aire, es un lejano bandoneón, como un recuerdo del pasado, de otro tiempo que ya fue. Abandonado en el olvido, por Tucumán y yo lloré. Ay, 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 ay. Soy solo otro inmigrante, otro adorno por mayor, otro pellizco del repulgue, sumo mi voz a su clamor, al gris marrón sin horizonte, un decadente esplendor, me acurruco en su vientre, bajo su manto protector. Once took me in, this very land of sin. I feel like next of kin. My weary soul is mended. Dale, man. No, pero por favor, loco. Ah, que no puedo pasar. No puedo pasar. Estoy frente a mi casa y vos tenés el tupé de decirte que yo no puedo pasar. Estás loco, man. Dale la concha de la lora. Dale, güey. Otra vez llegó la noche, el bullicio diurno descansó. Por la vereda voy pateando. A donde voy, I do not know. Me cruzo en las tinieblas al fantasma de Gardel. Me dice muchachito con la voz de un angelito, canta siempre desde el fondo de tu ser. Me in very land of sin, treats me like I'm king. His Jose took me in.
So, well, as he was saying, he's from North Carolina. These guys are from Argentina. And I was born in Mexico, although we all live in Argentina. And I'm going to introduce you a song. This is for contrast with that beautiful but sad song. This is a happy song for dancing and for partying. A Mexican song, the Tilingo Lingo from Veracruz, Mexico. I hope you enjoy it.
Ay, qué bonito es bailar el son del tilingo-lingo, que lo saben zapatear tanto el chino como el gringo.
Ay, qué bonito es bailar el son del tilingo-lingo, que lo saben zapatear tanto el chino como el gringo.
Ay, repica, pica, pica, repica y repiqueteando, qué bonitos todos los que están bailando. Ay, tilín, 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 ay, tolón, 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 qué bonitos los hijos de Don Simón. Es un ritmo sabrosón, se baila con el estilo de la bamba y el danzón.
Es un tilingo-lingo, es un ritmo sabrosón, se baila con el estilo de la bamba y el danzón.
Ay, repica, pica, pica, repica y repiqueteando, qué bonitas todas las que están bailando. Ay, tilín, 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 ay, tolón, 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 qué bonitas las hijas de Don Simón. lingo, es un ritmo singular. Hay que ponerse, muchachos, para poderlo zapatear.
Es un lingo, es un ritmo singular. Hay que ponerse muchachos para poderlo zapatear.
Ay, repica, pica, pica, repica y repiqueteando. Qué bonito ese güey que está bailando.
Ay, tilín, ay, tolón.
Qué bonito es el mismo Don Simón.
Thank you.
So we're gonna do a brand new song right now, which I guess is influenced by a little bit of shaped note singing, a little bit of Stevie Wonder, and a little bit of music from the northwest of India, from Rajasthan. Oh, and I guess there's a little bit of Bach chorale in there too. I don't know. You guys can decipher for yourselves. This is one called Rearrange My Heart.
Rearrange my heart, Lord. Help me to be greater. You alone can help me through this solitary life. Reconstruct my soul, Lord. Fill me with elation. You alone can help me through the each step that I take, for I entrust my weary soul to God.
Well, it's high time for a tango. This is a tango that was inspired by a rather serious, grave thing. If you were 20, between the ages of 18 and 24, in the year of 1976, and you were a leftist thinker, maybe a little bit of a hellraiser, and you lived in Argentina, you'd have likely been murdered. And that's what happened to 30,000 Argentinians in the military coup, which overthrew a democratically elected government. Happened in all of Latin America. Anyway, this is our, I guess, recognition of that historic, tragic thing that happened. It's called El 24 de Marzo, March 24th. Come, friends, come gather round for to sing, oh, sing we joyfully.
Let us sing about a better world.
Where different paths have been unfurled, of a land where freedom rings. From way up high on a mountainside, one can see the wide world over.
From way up there is plenty to see.
Regardless of one's race or creed, and hearts were all the same. Come, sisters, brothers, gather near, for we've come to share our worry.
We feel what some folks have been saying
About Latin Americans, the truth's been misconstrued. There's all kinds of talk about building a wall down along the southern border.
about building a wall between me and you.
Lord, if such nonsense should come true, then we'll have to knock it down. Cause that idea won't fly so high as a wingless bird in a rock-hard sky. So no, sirree, we won't comply. We're going to stand our ground. To love thy neighbor as thyself is a righteous law to live by.
But they sing a different song.
They break us up so they stay strong, and ignorantly we're strung along until we meet our doom. Yes, our leaders are so ripe with sin, they feed us chance to rope us in. But someday soon we'll find, my friends, that we're pinned against the wall. Come, friends, come gather round for to sing, oh, sing we joyfully.
Let us sing about a better world.
Where better paths have been unfurled, where no man's blood shall stain the soil of a land where freedom reigns. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today and listening to us. It's a pleasure to be here at the Kennedy Center and to have such an honor as we have had today. Anyway, on the mandolin from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Martín Bobrick. On the guitar, all the way from Buenos Aires, also, Franco Martino. That old, tall, lanky, banjo-picking rooster's from Tepoztlan, Mexico. His name is Pau Andrés Barjal Mateo. And my name is Joe Troop, and I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So we'd like to finish things up with one last song. This is one I wrote while reflecting upon those who take advantage of religious fundamentalism in order to bolster support for their political campaigns. And it's called The Rock of Ages. Well, I heard the Rock of Ages lives well beyond the sky. I would carry him a letter, Lord, if only I could fly. 'Cause I'm sure he'd like to help out down here on earth below. I'm sure he'd kindly help us for to calm our earthly woe. Well, I've walked this wide world over, turned up so many darn stones, can't find a single reason why such a fool is in control. Lord, they're so often quick to mention, they just have to let you know that they love the Rock of Ages, and with him they share control.
Well, the day the Rock of Ages heard how they used his name, he went and packed up his belongings and he jumped an old freight train. Went way up over the mountains, these old beyond the sky, forever fled from those who'd said that he had been their guide. Lord, to know the Rock of Ages means not to draw a sword, nor wield a knife, nor cause great strife, nor subjugate the poor. You hush your wicked mouths now, you strange and nasty men. It's finally time the meek shall rise and have what's due to them, Lord. And evermore will this old world be ruled by you again. Thank you, everybody. Come check out our merch table, have a shake and howdy. We'll see you down the road somewhere. Thank you.